I can't handle watching any form of intimacy. Kissing, long hugs, sex scenes on TV. All of it. I'm 20 and every time I'm watching a TV show and it looks like they're gearing up to make out, I cringe, screw up my face and turn away like a baby. It's actually quite annoying cause I have to pause and walk away if it goes on for more than a minute and it really gets in the way of me watching my shows. It's not like I'm afraid of it or anything. I look forward to when the two characters I know should be together get together, but it's like an impulse, I just have to look away. It feels like I'm a 13-year-old girl who can't even fathom holding a boy's hand, like super childish. Just can't stop. I shaved down there for the first time and I am horrified. I, 23F, always was a bit insecure about not shaving my pubic hair because that seems to be the norm. I just tried it today because why not? And I hate it more than I could ever imagine. Every time I go to the bathroom I take a second look because it doesn't look the way it should. Every time I scare myself. If you have preferences, there's nothing wrong with that. But at least I know this isn't for me. I just hope it doesn't take too long to grow back. I saw the ring my husband got me. My husband got me my upgrade ring for our upcoming anniversary and I accidentally saw the order status on our computer. My husband doesn't close all of his tabs and I remembered the last time we talked about this he always said he wanted to keep it a surprise. Well, it's not a surprise anymore. I saw the beautiful 4-carat ring he got me. I absolutely love my ring he chose out. I didn't tell him I know since he wants it to be a surprise. Now I have to act surprised when he does give it to me. My wife confessed her biggest fantasy is to watch me have sex with other women. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So for context, we're both 34 and have been married for 3 years and dated for 2. So what started his conversation was we went on vacation and got a couple's massage at the resort, and immediately after the massage she was all over me. She told me how much it turned her on watching another woman touch me and how much she wanted her to just rip my towel off and start sucking me, etc. This was about a week ago. I was surprised by the whole thing, but it's apparently something she fantasizes about often. I of course asked some prodding questions. Does she want to have sex with other men? No. Does she want to have a threesome with a woman? Maybe. But mostly she just wants to watch while she plays with herself. She asked how I felt about it and honestly I'm not sure. I'm kind of more of a traditionalist I guess, and honestly I haven't really thought about having sex with other women, and I thought I'd just have sex with my wife until one of us dies, so the whole thing, including her fantasies of us seducing another woman together and her watching me have sex with her or maybe joining in, really took me by surprise. I'm kind of warming up to the idea I guess. I figure we should at least take baby steps. I told my wife she should watch me kiss another woman before anything else to see how she felt and if this is something she'd like, so I guess we might try that at some point? I don't know. It's kind of weird but hot in a way. I just don't want to fuck up our marriage over some fantasy though. I wish I never became a father. It ruined my life. My wife and I used to be so happy. 8 years ago we were newlyweds, deeply in love and loved traveling and were enjoying life. Then she got pregnant. We were overjoyed. My son was born. Then 2 years later we had twin boys. It only got worse as time went on. My son has a lot of anger and behavioral issues. This has pretty much only gotten worse as he's gotten older. I've had to work 2 jobs for 3 years now to be able to afford therapy for him. We've had to have him move preschools and schools multiple times. Really all he's done since he's been born is make my wife and I miserable. Just the other day I came home after working a total of 15 hours at 2 jobs and I said, "Hey son." And do you know what he said to me? "Fuck you, Dad." After I came home for a long day working hard to put food on the table and pay for all of his behavior therapy on the off chance that he'll become a functioning adult someday. After I circled my block 4 fucking times because I was dreading coming home like every other day. I got up in his face and I said, "You know what? Fuck you too." Then walked off and took a shower and went to bed. The fucked up part is I don't even feel bad. He treats my wife, his brothers and myself like shit 99% of the time while we all coddle his meltdowns and try to be loving and supportive of him like the shrinks say. As for the twins, they aren't as hateful or troublesome but are both on the autism spectrum, so that's definitely made things harder too. As much as I love them, they have some really annoying quirks and other habits, probably from being on the spectrum, I don't know. But it's typical for them to run around playing and screaming while my oldest son has a meltdown. We've never been able to go anywhere and have a good time as a family. One of the kids, usually, my oldest, always fucks it up. We're actually banned from our local Olive Garden because I had the bright idea to take us all out to a family dinner last year. Never again. I don't know how my wife does this shit all day while I'm at work. She's a better person than I am, but I think it's starting to hit her. I caught her up one night when I got home late just sitting in bed crying. Our children, as much as we might love them, are ruining our lives and straining our marriage. We haven't had sex in almost 4 months. This summer has been particularly bad too. Reading this you're probably thinking I'm a shitty dad, and honestly you're probably right. Not once have I ever done anything for any of these 3 that's actually helped them. All I know how to do is work myself to death and make money. My own dad left when I was a baby and my siblings were toddlers and preschoolers. I always hated him for that, but after the last few years especially, I get it. Everything I've ever heard about the man has been bad. He was a shit dad like me, except he decided to walk out.